Whether it's smooth sailing in the economy or we're in the middle of a perfect financial storm, there is so much to consider when it comes to protecting your financial future. Inflation, volatile markets, we have national debt, high taxes, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, and protecting and growing your nest egg is my business. Coming up on today's show,
shrinking your retirement tax bill, navigating market volatility, outpacing inflation, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Craig Wolf, and again, I am here with certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend. Alfie, good morning.
Good morning.
We are going to talk about your retirement tax bill.
Yep.
Now, here at the Advantage Retirement Group, you've got a ton of tools from the retirement simulator to your tax map. We talk about being a do-it-yourselfer, generally not a good idea, but you have one tool that you can do yourself.
Yeah.
It takes 30 seconds. Tell us about it.
Well, they can go right online.
SavingTheInvestor.com.
SavingTheInvestor.com, and there's a tool there that you can put your IRA in there, and it's going to tell you your required minimum distributions, how you have to take monies out each year. It's going to give you approximate growth rate in there and your RMDs, how much you have to take out. So it's going to show you by doing nothing, you have this $1 million IRA, by doing nothing, how much it's going to cost you in taxes by the time you're, let's say, 90 years old.
So when you go into shock,
Yeah, you go.
after you've seen that,
But
what
then
next?
it shows you, okay, what if I did a Roth conversion? And then it shows you paying your taxes up front, and then it shows you your money growing and how much taxes you paid by doing a Roth conversion, by doing nothing. And then there's one other feature too in this program. It tells you that you can, it's more of a legacy play if you want that. So, but it's a great tool. It's a fast tool. Like you said, it's about 30 seconds. You go in there and you put it in there, and it will really open up your eyes and say, gosh, I didn't realize how much taxes and like what we were talking about earlier is taxes are going to go up in the future. So what you're seeing today is today's taxes versus what it's most likely going to go to if it sunsets back to what it was.
What are things you can do right now to reduce future taxes?
So a couple of things, we could do Roth conversions. We can, tax-free, you have different types of taxes. You have tax deferred, you have tax-free, and then just, pay each year on your taxes. So the best thing is obviously tax-free. So it does cost you up front to do tax-free because you get nothing for free. If someone says it's free, it's for me, a lot. Well, this is free and it's for you. Just go ahead and do your, find out what your
Right.
taxes are. But when it comes to planning, sometimes you're going to have to pay a little bit now to get a lot later. And so this tool will let you know if it's worth the do.
Again, 30 seconds on your website.
30 seconds, and it's for do-it-yourselfers because they can do it.
Why is it not a good idea to be a do-it-yourselfer? Because as we mentioned before, technology has made it so easy to think that you have such a grip and grasp on your finances.
Well, one of the things I always say is, we give you things that you cannot get on your own. Anybody can get an ETF, anybody can get stocks, but to get the portfolio managers that we get, you would need millions and millions of dollars to have access to them that we can do for, when we're building portfolios. We can put just a few $100,000 that one portfolio that we want, and you're going to get a better price on that than someone having put in millions and millions of dollars. So I always say is we can give you things that you can't get on your own, and then of course the guidance and the knowledge and the support team that we have, it's a win-win.
you're talking about 500,000, a million, 10 million, put your phone away, basically, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, your retirement tax bill is the topic we're using to kick off the show today. If you want more information on that or any other topics that are pertinent to your retirement, go to Alfie's website, savingtheinvestor.com, or just use the QR code that you see on the screen. Much more to come on Saving the Investor, so stay with us.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Living in Southwest Florida, we're all way too familiar with storms. But what if the perfect financial storm hits while you're in retirement? Are you prepared? Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townshend has a new book out called Making Waves in Retirement. It breaks down the insights Alfie has gained in his 4 decades helping people just like you plan for retirement. It features real stories about real people and illustrates what they've done wrong and what they've done right. Also, strategies to help retirees and those soon to be retired make the right decisions and avoid costly mistakes. Whether it's battling inflation, navigating market volatility, or managing the threat of recession, these strategies may help you too. If you save for retirement, this book should be on your shelf. Get your complimentary copy today simply by being one of the first 5 callers at this number, 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. You protect your home when a storm is coming. Do the same with your hard-earned retirement dollars. Call now for your free copy of Alfie's book, Making Waves in Retirement. 239-747-1080.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Good morning, everyone. 2022, if we go back to that, we had a pretty tough year. You had volatility, you had high inflation, and then we had Ian, one of the worst hurricanes that ever hit Florida. And, if you go back to Ian, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. We thought it was going to hit Tampa. So we were prepared, but not truly prepared because it changed over the last 10 hours, 12 hours. It started heading right to Fort Myers. At that time, there was panic. And there was some things that we could not do because if you're a boater, you didn't have time to take your boat and move it anywhere because we thought it was going to go in a different direction. Well, the same thing about the market. How do you handle volatility? And I'll tell you what we do here at the Advantage Retirement Group. What we're going to do is we're going to look at different asset classes. We're going to look at different things that have buffers, that has some protection. So there's a lot of ways to handle the downward in volatility. In a portfolio, the last thing you want is everything going down and up at the same time. That's what diversification is all about. You have to have some things that are not moving, that are not correlated with the market. So what we do, we'll use alternatives, things that you've heard me talk about, things that are tied to music royalties, income-driven portfolios, and it doesn't move the same way that the market moves. So we'll use that. We also want to use maybe buffer ETFs. You heard me talk about that. It protects maybe the first 10% down or 20% down. So how do they do that? Well, they protect it with using buffer ETFs. But on the upside, you're not going to get the full up, but you could get majority of the up, 12 to 15%. So these are things that we use. And then the last one, and especially, how do you take income from a volatile portfolio for volatile times? And we use structured notes. We talked a little bit about that, where you are protected on the downside, 30%, 40%, and they're customizable. We can really protect it to 50%. The more you want protection, the more it takes away from your interest. But these interests is good because volatility increases the return. So there's a lot that we do here to really look at income and look at protecting the downside of your portfolio. So if you want to have a review of what's going on inside your portfolio and see if we can protect it, give us a call.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Maybe you remember the old TV commercial, "Pay me now or pay me later." Consider this. We're actually in the lowest tax bracket in the last 30 years. But these rates may not last for long. And where they may be headed could put a dent in your retirement. But there are things to do right now to reduce your future taxes and make informed decisions about your retirement. Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a great free resource. Just go to savingtheinvestor.com and you can generate a quick report that can help you evaluate your potential tax bill in retirement. And it takes less than 1 minute. If what you learn surprises you, it's time to talk to Alfie. There may be ways that he can help you so that you can keep more of your hard-earned dollars in your pocket. Paying your fair share is one thing, but who wants to pay a penny more? Protect your financial future. Find out if your retirement tax bill could be too big by visiting savingtheinvestor.com or using the QR code on your screen.
You have a club for every scenario. A driver for the long holes, wedges to get over the hazards, and a putter when you need a touch of finesse. And you'll need plenty of these too. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Find out today. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review with Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Call 239-747-1080.
You've got questions, and Alfie has the answers that will keep you on the retirement fairway. I hear people talking about active and passive investing. Can you explain the difference? And is one better than the other?
So you have two philosophies. You have active on one hand and passive on the other hand. What does that mean? In the short term, what it means is this. If you have a portfolio that's actively managed, that means they're going to make changes. They're going to change based on sectors. I'm more of a active. I like active because let's just say, look, we had 2020 a while ago. 2020, the international funds were doing awful. We were able to take money out of the international, move it over to the U.S., and had a great year in 2020. But what happens with passive, typically, you build a portfolio and you leave it and you rebalance. So it's more of a buy and hold opposed to making changes. Now, they both will work, but I tend to like the active much more because you can make changes.
I'm still a little away from retirement, but I'm worried about tax increases. What can I do to protect myself?
A lot of people are worried about tax increases because it's most likely what's going to happen. We're probably going to have higher taxes in the future. We have a high debt. When you have a high debt, the one way to get that thing paid down is raise your tax bracket. So if you can do some Roths right now, if you do a Roth conversion, if you do some tax planning, a lot of times you can do it with a life insurance policy. Believe it or not, there's ways to do it in a life insurance policy. You're young enough where you can put that extra monies in and be able to take that money out tax-free down the road. But there are ways to really lower your taxes and increase your returns down the road by not having to pay taxes when you're taking that money out. But planning is important with higher tax in the future.
I'm 63 and my company just did a massive layoff. Should I retire now or should I look for a new career?
So you're 63 years old. There's a lot more I'd have to ask you, but basically is this. You're 63. If you're going to retire anyway, you probably have a 401k. Maybe there's a severance pay in there. So what we would want to do is set up an appointment. I review everything that you have, make sure your expenses are under control, and make sure you have a pension, make sure this money is going to last as long as you do. People are living longer and longer. And see if we can put that income plan and financial plan together for you to see if you're able to retire or if you need to stay in the workforce a little bit longer.
I've been hearing a lot about super Roths lately. Can you explain what they are and what makes them different from a regular Roth?
So you hear about Roth, and then you hear about a super Roth. Well, what's that? Is that like supersizing your Happy Meal? No, what a super Roth is just a term. It's not even a Roth. What it is taking money out of your IRA and paying it into a life insurance policy over a certain amount of years. Now, why it's called a super Roth is it does a couple different features that a Roth doesn't do. Number one, it will give you a tax-free death benefit from day one. Number two, it gives you money that you can take out down the road tax-free in a form of a loan. But the last thing it does is it gives you long-term care benefits. A lot of, not all of them. Some of them will give you long-term care benefits. That is a added feature that you don't pay for, but it's part of the program. So even though it's not a term, super Roth is just really a made-up word, but it really does work better than a Roth in some cases, not all cases. So we'd have to compare the two to see if it makes sense for you.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
When you're nearing retirement, it's important that your plan includes the proper steps to make an efficient and effective transition. There's a lot to consider. Will your income plan meet your lifestyle? How should you reallocate your assets? Is your withdrawal plan tax efficient? Practice does make perfect, but you only retire once. So how do you know you're making the right decisions and avoiding costly mistakes? Well, it's simple. Call Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. Alfie has more than 30 years of experience helping people just like you transition into retirement. So be one of the first 5 callers and get your complimentary retirement transition review. Call 239-747-1080. There is no cost and no strings attached. So call now, 239-747-1080. Your retirement transition review includes key deadline schedules, asset reallocation guidance, income plan analysis, and tax-efficient withdrawal strategies. Again, be one of the first 5 callers now, and this review is yours at no cost. Call 239-747-1080. You only retire once, so let's get this right. Call Alfie now.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
For many people, it's a challenge to decide when to retire. There's a lot of questions that we ask, such as, do I have enough money saved for retirement? But Alfie, it's even more than that. What are some of the other concerns that you guide people through?
We do have a checklist that we're going to let people know they can download if they're about to retire, to think about retirement. It's more than just the money, too. You got to make sure that you have to take in consideration inflation. You have to take in, health care, your taxes, your wills, your trust. You have to do all that. But besides that, we have a great checklist. It's called the Checklist Challenge that they can download, and you'll tell them how to do that. But yeah, people come in, and what we want to do is look at your plan to see if you have a plan to retire, and if you do, we'll let you know with confidence. Yes, you have plenty to retire. So that's what people want to hear. They want to, let us look at your money. Let us show you some different scenarios. If we have another, God forbid, a crisis of some sort. There's always going to be a crisis. We've had so many of them over the last few years between COVID, between hurricanes and here in Southwest Florida. So we're always going to have challenges, unexpected challenges. That's what, when you retire, that's what you have to be concerned is the unexpected. Right. So you have to have plans in place for income. I think income is one of the most important things. So if your income is not going to be affected by anything, then that's a big start. And then we have to look at inflation, we have to look at taxes, we have to look at legacy, we have to look at so many different things. Do you have a will? Do you have do you need a trust? Mm-hmm. So these are things that we want to look at but the checklist will really help them out. And the other thing too, it's not just retiring. Yeah, okay, now you have enough to retire. Now what are you going to do with yourself?
Right.
Because we have people that retired and then went back to work because they weren't happy.
Bored.
They get bored, especially if you had a high position job.
Right.
If you had a high position job, and then it's hard for them just to cut it off and say, okay, I'm done, I'm gonna go play golf, and then that's it. Yep. But you have to have purpose. You have to have hobbies. Mm-hmm. Besides just golf. I love golf, but I don't think I can just keep playing it every day and be happy if I retire down the road. You have to, if it's volunteering, if it's giving time, that's what it's all about.
That's so true, Alfie.
Yeah.
Is it hard for people to take the checklist challenge?
That's
take a lot of time. It's harder to say it than to do it, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's good. And what's nice about it, you could do it at your own pace. You do it at your, on your computer, you download it, you fill it out, and it will really give you a good guide to see if it's, hey, this is, it looks like I can retire. Now the next step might be, okay, let me talk to a professional to see if I can really retire now, because this is a guide, and then we can guide you the rest of the way.
And that's so important, working with a professional to get you to and through retirement.
I think so.
Excellent. Well, if you'd like to download Alfie's Retirement Checklist Challenge, go to his website, savingtheinvestor.com, or you can click the QR code on your screen.
Hi, Alfie Townsend here, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, and we are proud to be official partner of FGCU Athletics. Go Eagles!
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now. 239-747-1080.
What we're going to talk about today is inflation. Now, we've all been feeling it, haven't we? If we go back to 2020, what a bag of groceries cost you back then was about $18. In 2022, it went up to $23. That's a 28% increase. Now, we've been talking about 8% inflation. I feel it's been a whole lot more than 8%. You just feel it at the grocery stores, at the gas pumps. You just feel it everywhere. What do you have to do to fight inflation? Well, you need to make more than what inflation is charging. If it's at 8%, you need to try to make 8 to just keep up with inflation, or 9 or 10. There's not a lot of things out there that can do that. But what you don't want to do is tie yourself in to 3 or 4% interest rates for 3 to 5 years. That's not going to do it. You're going to be falling behind when you do something like that. So what sectors do good during a rising interest rate environment, believe it or not, is energy companies. Energy companies tend to pay dividends. So you have dividends and you have growth, and you also have financials tend to do pretty good on there. We talked about structured notes a lot because of volatility. Structured notes are paying more than inflation is right now. So these are things that we do for our clients, but the main thing about inflation is if your portfolio is not designed to fight inflation, it's a good time to take a look at it, to put some asset classes in there to make that happen.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through 1 decade, let alone 2. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
Mondo Uomo specializes in remarkable clothing for the remarkable man. Like our exclusive selection of Bugatti and St. Croix shirts and sweaters. Visit our store in Naples at the Village on Venetian Bay or online at mondouomo.com.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.
Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples. Alberto, Bugatti, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.
We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation, 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now, 239-747-1080.